What is up, my veggies? My name is BTR, and real quick, I had been meaning to make this video for a little bit now, and well, I guess now is as good a time as any to do that video. About a year ago, a little over a year ago, I made a video talking about Rec Room's biggest problem, and this is kind of a follow-up to that video, but also I want to talk about more than just that in this video. But if you can tell, I'm not recording this video like how I normally record something in Rec Room, with like my streamer cam, having to look at my mirror and everything, because as you can see, I've been banned. Falsely. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But the main thing I want to talk about real quick is just Rec Room in general. So here's the thing. There's been a lot of debate online and in the Rec Room community over the past like year, I'd say, or year or two, about if this game is dying. And there's tons of evidence supporting that this game is definitely not what it used to be and things like that. And I've always tried to look on the optimistic side of this whole conversation and everything, but lately I've been starting to see a little more yeah, I kind of agree with some of these statements I've been hearing and everything. So let's talk about what some of the big problems are that the reason why Rec Room is dying. I want to talk about that real quick. So some of the big things is I think the biggest problem is that Rec Room doesn't really listen to the community that well. And I also want to emphasize that this is not meant to be a hate video towards Rec Room or anything like that. This is just me talking about how I think the current ecosystem and everything of Rec Room currently is. So yeah. So like I said, I feel like, and a lot of people I know also feel like Rec Room doesn't really listen to their community that much. And when this is a very big community-based game, and I don't think Rec Room I probably understand, but I don't. It feels like Rec Room doesn't understand the players are their biggest resource, especially with this game being a community-based game, where the majority of what people do in this game are the community made maps and everything, and events and everything. I do not think this game would be as big as it is if there wasn't people that made all these maps, if it was just the Rec Room originals and everything like that. Personally, I think that's one of the biggest issues. Another big issue is obviously the items. And people are arguing that they are super overpriced, and they are. I can agree that they are super overpriced. Some of it I can understand, some of the things are license and everything, stuff like the Ninja Turtles and Barbie and those collabs they've done. I understand those kind of being expensive because they gotta make money for the people that they're doing a collab with and everything. But also there's a recent set that's in total, it'd be $110 to get every single item in that set, which is completely ridiculous. But at the same time, I understand. Yes, the cosmetics are optional. They aren't free. You don't have to buy them. But take a look back a couple years ago, where the most expensive item in the game I think was 5,000 tokens. Or something like that, and that was rare, and we don't really get everything that releases is a 4 or 5 star item, most likely a 5 star at this point. Mostly everything that releases is a 5 star item, and a lot of it is limited time as well, and that gets and how expensive the stuff is. people can't buy those things because they're limited time. Now, there are still items that come out that aren't limited time, but it's very common that like a lot of the good, more released items that people will want are limited time, and you only have like a week or two, maybe a month to get them, and it sucks. It is. But I understand like the argument, like being like, oh, well, you don't have to buy them. That stuff I understand, but it is deterring a lot of people from the game with how expensive those items have been, because we all have a lot of items in Rec Room and everything. I have a lot of items in Rec Room, but a lot of these super priced up items, where I think it started with the Elsewhere amulet. That's a big the most expensive item at the time, and then we just kept getting item after item after item after item that are just like overall, and it's yeah. But with that being said, we're gonna move on to another issue, which comes back to the whole me being banned thing, is moderation. I made a whole video talking about how I think that was one of the biggest problems in Rec Room, and I still think it is, because moderation in this game has not gotten any better since I made that video. I think actually it's gotten worse. It did start to get a little better at one point, and then it just started, like when I made that video, it was about like it was like down here, and then it's about maybe a good few, like maybe 6 months or so after that video, went back up a little bit, and then after, and it was stayed up there for a good bit, and then all of a sudden just went straight back down. And it's legit just something that is, in my opinion, a genuine problem. Because I have seen this and talked to so many people that like have been unfairly banned for things they did not do, and I myself have been unfairly banned. This ban that I currently have on my account, I did nothing. When I'm in Rec Room, I don't really go into public instances anymore. I go into I mostly go on Rec Room to do my theater stuff. That's the main. I come on and play a game every now and then, but when I do, I am in private instances. I don't go to public instances. I stay in private instances, pretty much with my friends. So when and here's the thing, this ban, it's happened, they've only happened during some of our theater shows, and I have been false reported literally while performing or just sitting somewhere, not even talking. So, and I even sent in a ban appeal, and it got denied, even though there are multiple people that can vouch I did not break the code of conduct. This game, and it's not just me this happens to. I have seen this happen to so many people on this game. So many people complain about it. Some people, and like, wasn't the whole point of voice moderation to like help with that? Because in my opinion, moderation's gotten worse. You have people that will come in on multiple alt accounts into events and mass report someone, or get their friends to mass report someone, and for no reason. And it happens more than you think, and it's a huge problem in this game. It is a massive problem. Another issue that at Rec Room that's contributing to the downfall of Rec Room is the creators not being treated that well with respect. If you remember the last Roomies, I actually did a reaction video on the Roomies, and it like I had friends that were in that competition and everything. It was terrible. Like, those people did not it was a terrible event, and it was like completely, it was just completely garbage. And then another thing, RecCon last year, which I love attending RecCon every year. RecCon is, in my opinion, one of the most fun things I've ever done in Rec Room. and I enjoy going every year. But one thing I really didn't like last year is when Rec Room took away the community events. They told us, oh yeah, just make yours with the RecCon hashtag. But you weren't able to like sign up and put your event in the RecCon building. You're still able to submit booths, but you were not able to submit a RecCon panel, which our panel from last year was hosted unofficially, and like without, so we still held one last year and everything, but yeah. Anyway, that's another thing that's like, so Rec Room has seen that they were really taking the community out of the community and adding, not to mention the multiple bugs of this game. Almost every time there's an update, something else gets broken, which I can understand. It is an online game and things break. There are bugs, especially for an online game that's constantly being updated. It happens. But this game has gotten so bad with bugs and exploits and hackers. Oh my goodness, like the hacking like calmed down so much, but then like it became a massive problem again recently, because I've been seeing people like one of my events, it got a hacker in there and it caused every single person in the room to crash, and that was absolute nonsense. And I'm sorry guys, but like the game, I love this game. Without this game, I wouldn't have a lot of the friends that I have today. And I am eternally grateful for that. And I still love this game. I may not play it as super often as I used to, but it still has a special place in my heart. And it hurts to see it go through all these problems, like big rec tubers and even small rec tubers and big creators and big builders are all stepping away from this game because of just all the problems this game has. And it has massive problems like that need to be addressed. Like, I know we just got a new Rec Room original with My Little Monsters, which is fun and everything, but like we get such a big gap in between Rec Room originals now, and people have been wanting a new quest for ages and everything, and instead they throw out these other games that no one really. Now, My Little Monsters was actually fairly well received from what I saw from the Rec Room community and everything. Another thing is like just adding things to the game that no one asked for, and then people like say like, hey, like full body avatars. I feel like there's less distaste for them now as there was, but when these things were announced, everyone was hating on them. I still hate them, and I know a lot of people still don't like them. A lot of my friends hate them, and most people I know do not like them. They think they look ugly. They think they look terrible, and I agree, they look bad. I think they look bad, but my thing is, Rec Room didn't really get a lot of people complaining about it or anything. It was mostly just Rec Room didn't give much feedback. It's like, why are you adding this when there's all these other problems and everything? And when they released, they were kind of released in an incomplete state. A lot of, I get they were like in beta and everything, and it's a whole thing. But my whole point is, and bringing that up is just, yeah, I know like they're like, oh yeah, they're optional. Yeah, they're clearly, those full body avatars are optional. I'm not using one. But it's just, the thing is, it just comes back to the fact that like Rec Room just doesn't listen. Rec Room just doesn't listen to what everyone has to, the feedback and everything. And it's frustrating. I know a lot of people that have been super upset about the way Rec Room's ecosystem has been going downhill and everything. And like I said, a lot of big problems with the game. And And there have been some stuff online about some rumblings of us, about these people trying to like do stuff to try to get Rec Room's attention and stuff like that. I'll probably make a video on that sometime in the, soon. I have a couple Rec Room videos talking about some of the stuff coming up that I want to talk about. But anyway, this is just, like I said, I still think one of the biggest, if not the biggest problem is its moderation system. Like I said, people get banned and mic muted and stuff for things that they didn't even do. And it's ridiculous. I have seen it firsthand. It's happened to me. It's happened to my friends. It's happened to random people that I've seen. And it is ridiculous. And Rec Room, you need to do something about these problems. I don't want to say bad things about your game. I was always a defender of all the criticism and everything that Rec Room used to get back in the day. But now I can't support it anymore. It sucks. It genuinely sucks how much garbage we've put up with in this game. And if Rec Room doesn't do something about this game is going to lose its player base. It's going to stop. People are gonna stop logging on. People are gonna stop playing. Like, yeah, people most likely keep, you'll have like that influx of people that come to, and like, it's a free game and everything. And yes, we get this. It's a free game, but it has so many problems that need to be addressed. That Rec Room stopped doing AMAs. That's another big thing. Rec Room stopped being active on their YouTube channel. And Rec Room likes to introduce stuff and do nothing with it, like the lore, the stuff, which is something I really got interested in. And then like it kind of just became like, oh, we'll give you a little bit here, and then like, oh, but this makes no sense with this stuff and everything. It's like, oh, we're gonna introduce this stuff, and it's huge frustrating. And I'll probably make a whole video on that sometime too eventually. But it's just, I'm sick of it, man. I am sick of all of it. And it's really difficult to do all this stuff. And it's at this point, I don't even know at this point, to be honest. The shows, the games and everything, it's just, and there are so many creators that just, all these cash grab games as well. That's a big problem. That's like people throw out just to get tokens and everything, and they do it. They're like everywhere on the watch and everything. And I'm not the only one that thinks all this stuff. Like, there are so many rant videos and like people dogging on Rec Room and everything online. And I don't want to dog on Rec Room. I like Rec Room. I hate making this video. But I feel like it needed to be said. And like I said, one of the big things, and I got to reiterate this, the moderation system is terrible. Like, I don't think, like, they claim a lot of the stuff is like checked over by an actual person. I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe that, because of how much I've seen get false reported and false banned and everything. And I'm just sick of all the bull crap. And Rec Room just needs to get its act together, or your game is going to die. It is going to. I still don't believe it's to the point of being dead, but I think it's getting there. Like, this game could have its servers shut down because, and Rec Room's a whole company, man. Like, I don't know. I understand, like, these people are doing their jobs and everything and all that for a free game, and I get the microtransactions and all that stuff. But like, look at stuff like Fortnite and like Fall Guys. You can get some good cosmetics and stuff in those games for much cheaper. Oh, and another thing that I should have brought up, them taking away the weeklies, and saying like, no one plays them. I'm like, they're like, I don't know. I remember always hearing people like, oh, I gotta get my weekly done. I gotta do the weekly and everything. And they talked about even bringing like the weeklies went down to monthlies, and they're doing it to like, bringing out a new weekly system. And no, that didn't happen. And they wanted taking weeklies away entirely. Like they recently announced like they were completely getting rid of weeklies. And I like doing the weeklies. I used to do the weekly challenges. Like, and because it was always cool and everything, and now it seems the only way we're gonna be able to get skins for our weapons and stuff is like actually buying them, which I don't know, man. This game is just all over the place at this point. Rec Room, you have a whole list of problems, and you try to implement solutions to some of them, and they don't work, and I don't know. Rec Room, you need to listen to the community more. You need to fix your moderation system and treat the creators with more respect and everything. Do more things like that help promote the creators, like more contests, more like not just like the building but like video contests, photo contests, shirt contests. Like there are so many other types of creators in this game. There are builders, there are content creators, there are artists, there are invention builders, there are just people that put on just like stuff like I do, like musical theater. There are people that just do so many different things in this game, and which makes this game so appealing. You can do like almost anything in this game, but you have so many problems that you need to fix. That's really all I have to say, guys, about this video. I really want to get all these problems fixed. I really want Rec Room to, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. And it sucks. It really does suck. And I love this game, and I wish I didn't have to make this video, but I felt like I needed to, and that's really all I gotta say, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next one. Bye.